According to an analysis from CNN of internal Republican polls, more than a dozen internal Republican polls, Trump is underperforming his 2016 numbers by a big enough margin. Again, according to the Republican Party's own internal polling, more than a dozen of them. He is underperforming his 2016 numbers so badly that he now risks losing the states of Arizona, Florida, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. So, of course, if all the states that were blue in 2016 hold and Trump loses those states I just mentioned, they all go to Biden. Biden is definitely going to win this election if, of course, all of these more than a dozen polls from Republicans themselves are accurate. Now, here's the thing. Polling recently, last week or so, has kind of been all over the place. Most of them do obviously still show Joe Biden winning. They show him right now winning in North Carolina, winning in Florida, actually tied in Georgia. I think he was up by a point in Texas. That one kind of flip-flops daily almost at this point. He is crushing it in Minnesota. He is up in Pennsylvania. He is up in Ohio. He is up in Wisconsin. But Republicans are trying really hard to make this Hunter Biden story stick. I haven't seen any poll numbers that indicate that it has, but obviously anything could happen. I mean, look, the weekend came and went. They tried to break more Hunter Biden stories. Nobody was really paying attention. It's Monday now. People are going to be paying attention. So who knows what's going to happen? But as it stands right now, Joe Biden has a very comfortable lead. The only thing Joe Biden needs to do is continue running ads and just be quiet. Like, as weird as that sounds, that's what he needs to do, right? With 8 days left to go, like just shut it. Just don't be seen. Don't go out there and make any gaffes. Just kind of ride this the way it's going because it's looking really good. Kamala, absolutely. She can go out. She can talk. She can, mingle with people, socially distance, of course, while wearing a mask. She's a good face to put on the campaign. She can be happy. She can be fun. She can dance around, but Joe, just you don't do any of that. So we don't need you around people, and you've got it in the bag. And again, this is according to the Republicans' own internal polling. And one of the reasons I do tend to believe that this polling is accurate, aside from the fact that it matches up what all of the other polls are also telling us, is because it's evident in Donald Trump's own behavior. That to me is the telling point. The fact that he is going out there, that he is getting more and more unhinged on Twitter, he appears to be losing his mind and freaking out because Biden's not losing. Yeah, he knows these numbers are real. They've been telling him these numbers. He wants to pretend they're not, but you can pretend all you want. That doesn't make it so. So that's the reality we're faced with. 8.5 days to go at this point. Hopefully this holds. And not because I'm a, diehard Biden fan. That's not what it is. Trump is an existential threat to this country. He's an existential threat to the way of life for many people in this country, to their very lives. And that's what we have to get rid of. Not saying that other presidents, other parties, other whatever don't pose this, threats as well, but nobody does to the extent that this man does. Let's be honest about that and let's be clear about that. That's why we have to hope that these polls hold. We'll deal with Biden if he becomes president and do what we can to try to push a progressive agenda. And if that's not going to work, concentrate on third-party efforts and things like that. But for the time being, the next 8 days, the most important thing is making sure that Donald Trump does not win a second term. And if these polls hold, doesn't look like he's going to.